Welcome back to Edgework, part of the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel. I'm Zack Phillips, joined by Alex Moretto here today to welcome back the NHL, actually, Moretto. The NHL is back
NHL is
today.
back.
Different day. I am live from a wonderful hotel room in Ottawa. Actually, you know what? You noticed something, Moretto?
hmm Oh, your bed's made.
Oh, yeah, my
Beautiful.
bed's made. Imagine that. You go to a hotel and I can even make the bed, but Albert at home, I can't figure that one out. Handheld mic, one monitor here, but regardless, we're making it work today on the show. We appreciate everyone who has come back here. You know, a couple days off from us. You thought, hey, maybe you'd forget. Maybe you'd say, screw those guys. You don't need to see them. We don't care about them. But looks like a lot of you have shown up. And those of you that have, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel. Turn on notifications so you get notified every single time we go live. But Moretto, we got a lot of games to get into here today. Before we do, quickly, just you and I right now, we thought So Money was going to be healthy. Maybe he's he's changed his mind at puck drop there. Before we get into anything, how was your Christmas break, the holidays for you, Moretto?
It was nice. It was good. A lot of drinking. I'm still like recovering. I can't do the back-to-back drinking days that heavily anymore and like still feel like a human being. So I'm battling through it a little bit right now, not gonna lie. This is honestly though, I'd much rather be here doing this show right now than having to be chasing a little one around downstairs with all that energy. So nice little break. It'll be nice to have hockey back though. And yeah, a little bit I almost like it feels like ages ago that we did our last show on Monday, but
I know.
I don't even remember what the record was or what happened on that one. I think I
I don't know. Let me see.
I think I remember we had a couple unders that lost with some empty net goals. The Winnipeg one and the Winnipeg and there was another
We were
Minnesota,
two. We were 2-3.
Chicago, and then Chicago. Okay, 2-3. Yeah, so we had
Blues
those
money
two empty
line
netters.
1,
And Jonas
and
Johansson put
Bruins
himself
Caps.
Jonas Johansson put in a masterclass performance, bankrupted everyone before Christmas. That's right. Yeah, it was Monday night. I was unwrapping some gifts and finding the receipts to send them back. I think after Jonas Johansson was standing on his head there. So tough one. But yeah, it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back.
I got a new water bottle for Christmas here in Moretto. I brought it with me to Ottawa. Look at
Oh,
that. Look at that.
that's really unfortunate. Hope that doesn't get lost. Might have to send a note to housekeeping to take that with them.
It is contraband in the room. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Can't be bringing
all
that
right.
stuff to Ottawa.
Well, I would also rather be here in this hotel room than in the streets of Ottawa. I'll tell you that. So,
Yes.
um, let's get on with it. Let's get to the games here today. And as we do, I want to remind you guys. Today actually would have been a good day to do the old read, but yeah, the NHL is back. Hockey season is in full swing as my ad closed on my screen there. And FanDuel is bringing more action than ever because everyone knows hockey just hits different. Load up a power play with the hottest same game parlays found on the Parlay Hub. Lace them up and follow your bets, player prop tracking, or bet on the fly with the Pulse. The hunt for the cup starts here. Get more from the NHL with FanDuel, North America's #1 sportsbook. And right now, new customers kick off the season with $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just place any $5 bet. You'll get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus, physically located in Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-866-531-2600. That's 1-866-531-2600. Visit connectsontario.ca. All right. We'll see if So Money joins us here in this one today,
I have
Moretto.
faith.
But
I have faith that he will show up at one point during the show. We talked about it last night, and I even told him, I was like, 10 o'clock show tomorrow. You're in, right? He goes, yep, 7 a.m. Pacific time. I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's right. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I have faith that he'll show up at one point here. Hopefully, I think he's just streaming an OnlyFans thing, and like he just keeps getting more money, which extends the time that he
More
has to be doing
donations.
this. Yeah, more donations, so he has to stay on screen longer, and he's probably
Okay.
just trying to get his clothes back on to get on camera for us.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'd rather show up with the clothes than without them. So
Yeah.
that's nice. Connor said early was hoping Albert would be on today so we could talk about how the Devils destroyed a once proud and great franchise and fan base on Monday with a 5-0 win and memes. No, Albert is banned until further notice. I think he's just wallowing in the losses of the New York Rangers right now and is in a dark, dark space. So we're
Yeah.
gonna let him take some time away until he gets back and can turn a corner. Until then, though, Connor, the chat is all yours to be just mocking him, whatever you'd like to do. It's all up to you. You got this.
That was brutal. Did you see the like they were playing the video in
Jack
at
Hughes
Prudential
laughing.
Center of the Jack Hughes, yeah, like the Rangers fans cheering when they took Hughes. They had the tweet of like the dumpster just fucking floating across the Hudson
On
River or
fire.
whatever. Oh my God, that was yeah, they got murdered everywhere on Monday.
Yeah, that was a tough one for the Rangers, but kudos to the Devils. I mean, you absolutely walk all over a team like that couple times this year. You have the right to do so. But let's get to today's games here. Let's start first and foremost with Carolina, New Jersey. The Hurricanes here tonight are plus 102. The Devils minus 122. 5.5 the total we see on FanDuel right now. Minus 118 over, minus 104 under. Moretto, what do you think on this game here? And do you have any bets for us?
So I do unders kind of drifted quite a bit. We still have under 5.5 plus money. We kind of do based on this, based on what I'm looking at least. What do you think here? I know, sorry, I'm trying to put you on the spot because I know you basically only have the one monitor to work with today. You're
Yeah, it's
in
all
the
good. It's all
prime
good.
medieval age right now. If we do, that is kind of what I like here. That is what I like. That is what I bet. I bet it at a bit of a
Yeah, we
different
can do
number, but
that.
I still like it at 5.5 plus money.
Yeah.
There is some, yeah, it's about the same as like the 6 minus 123s that are at some different offshore
We can
spots.
do the 5.5 plus money, and the FanDuel just went to minus 102 there as well. I think just had
Okay,
back up towards it. Yeah.
the opposite effect. Hey,
Yeah,
me giving up,
not what
me
you
saying
wanted.
under,
Yeah,
they're like,
but
ah, all right. So yeah, the Carolina's shown a real like desire and ability to tighten up in these bigger games. We've seen it against Washington, Colorado, Florida, and stuff like that lately. Much lower event at 5-on-5. Just a matter of whether or not the goaltending is there, which hopefully it is tonight. For the Devils, I don't really think it's a case of having to tighten up. This is just kind of how they prefer to play. They've been playing this way every night for kind of a while now, where they just are not going to give up much whatsoever. I know they generate a lot, but like the Canes are really stingy when they want to be. So I think we're going to see both teams put a real emphasis on sort of sound defensive hockey here. Both teams will also rely on zone time and possession to generate offense, but like defensively, these teams are very much built to disrupt that. So yeah, I did bet the under here. As far as the side, the Devils are playing at a much higher level than the Canes right now. And I know the market really does love Carolina, so I can see why maybe this price feels a little bit short on New Jersey. But like the Devils' schedule has been pretty light lately. So I'm just a little bit hesitant still. We have seen them still like dominate some like very good teams as well, though. Like we saw that against the Leafs, we saw that against the Kings, we saw that against Colorado. They've been really good still in a lot of these games, but they've also had some off nights against some good teams lately, like Washington a couple times, Tampa. So I'm just going to stay off the side. I do think this will be a pretty tight, low scoring game, though. So yeah, I am on the under.
all right, there you go. Under 5.5 plus money. We grabbed that one. There's a bunch out there. I looked over on BetStamp. And again, you can track all the picks that we give out on the show. BetStamp app as Edgework HQ, but that's the first one. Next game tonight. Leafs, Red Wings. The Maple Leafs minus 146, 5.5 total minus 142, over plus 116 under. Red Wings here tonight, Moretto, plus 122. New coach bump. Do you have any interest in this one? What a shock that
New
was,
coach
eh? What
bump.
the hell?
I know. That's I mean, like you knew it was coming, but not the timing of it was like, all right, let's let Christmas pass, and then middle of a
The
roster
day
freeze.
after?
Doesn't say anything about coaching freeze though. Get rid of anyone you want, fire anyone. It was obviously needed though. Like I talked about it the other day with the Wings, how I'm just like they were like I said, it was going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Bet against them against the Blues. I was like, basically, I'm going to keep fading this team unless they make some sort of coaching change. And here we go. They made their coaching change. So now I'm done fading the Wings for now. I would expect some sort of new coach bump. Whether that's enough for them to actually win this game tonight or not, I'm not sure. Leafs
Mhm.
have been kind of sputtering for a little bit now. 5-on-5 since the start of December. 46% expected goal share at 5-on-5. So just 0.5% higher than the Wings, the 23rd and 24th. Just like not obviously like high end talent can mask a lot of those issues, and they have that high end talent. But yeah, just no interest in back in the Leafs at this price. I would definitely lean towards the under. I am tempted by it at 6 because look, the Wings cannot generate much at all. Obviously, we know the Leafs want to be a defense first team. They haven't really shown that in their last 2 games. Tougher situation in that Winnipeg game because Tanev missed it late. That was unexpected. I think that kind of stewarded
Yeah.
them defensively there, where I expected a response from them defensively. We didn't get it, but obviously, like without Tanev there, that makes a big difference. I don't know if Tanev's going to go tonight. I haven't seen anything about it. Like, I don't think he'll miss it. Didn't seem like it was anything like serious. It was kind of like a late scratch from that game. There wasn't even news about him missing until like late, right? So I would expect him to play tonight,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I think he's playing personally. I think he's playing, but
Right. And then Matthews, I would expect no Matthews tonight, but again,
same.
no confirmation there, right?
Yeah.
So there's just a little bit of like that's kind of up in the air. I'm nervous to jump the gun on the Tanev stuff just because like it was a weird situation. I don't know, maybe because he has a bit of a history of injuries, they're not going to want to rush anything back. So I would definitely lean under because I don't think the Wings can generate really at all, and I would expect a response from the Leafs defensively. But like, I want to see that Tanev is in there, and I would like to see that there's no Matthews as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, under 6 -110s. I like them. I very much like them if we get even if Matthews plays, like just give me the Tanev at least. Just at least give me Tanev in there and I'll be good with it. But yeah, I need to know that he's in there because obviously it's a significant drop off. They don't necessarily have the depth on the back end to absorb him not playing. So yeah,
Yeah.
give me Tanev and then give me under. But until we know that Tanev's in there, nothing for me.
Yeah, that was like a last minute one. I got like a notification like an hour before the game being like, yeah, there's a couple game time decisions. Like, what? Who?
Yeah,
And then
pretty
you find out
significant ones
Tanev's not
too. It's not
playing.
like Pontus
Yeah.
Holmberg is a game time decision. Like,
Yeah. Like, okay, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, is what it is. Okay, so nothing there, but obviously keep an eye out. Moretto's looking under 6 -110, looking for some confirmations before making the jump into those, though, first and foremost. Next up, Chicago Buffalo, the Blackhawks +134, the Sabres, who, by the way, finally won a game, and Islanders fans were pretty miserable after that one. Blackhawks +134, Sabres -162, 5.5. The total we see on FanDuel right now -140, over +114, under. Any interest in this game, Moretto, and thoughts on the Buffalo Sabres being -162 tonight?
Crazy. They were like -180 last night, which is wild.
Holy fuck.
Obviously I'm not looking to bet the Sabres at this price, although I do think the Sabres win this game. This is a different team with Darlene in the lineup. I'll say that. Where
Yeah.
like he makes a massive difference, obviously. And I'm not saying that they won their game and Darlene's back now, everything's okay in Buffalo. There's still some real issues there, but like having him back now is significant. And we've seen defensively how their play has improved significantly since his return too. So the on the scoreboard, maybe those games haven't necessarily reflected that. Where like these lower event games, that Isles game, obviously 7-1. Sorokin was making like his millionth straight start. He had like a -4 GSAX. UPL and Matt
Yeah.
Murray combined for like a brutal starts together in that Leafs game. And then the Bruins game was obviously a lot more low event, and that stayed more low event. So UPL, he played much better in his last start, and I still do like him overall. He had played a lot of hockey, but now like coming off that good start and then a bit of rest here and Darlene back in the lineup, I like what you're going to get from the Sabres defensively and in net. And the Hawks are not exactly the team to score a ton of goals. They're not the most potent group. They don't really scare you offensively, even though they have ticked up a little bit offensively lately. Still think, matchup wise, this all lends itself to it under. And yeah, Buffalo's still not generating a whole lot either. So I think this should be closer to like a 5.5 juiced over. But we're still getting a pretty like split sixes across the board. So yeah, maybe sound like a broken record here, but I do like the under as well in this one. Under
Under
6, I
6
bet it. Yeah.
minus 110. Will get you there, Moretto. There's a bunch of those out there right now as well. So under 6 minus 110. Next one locked in. Man, the Hawks minus 162 for the Sabres is
It's
certainly a
wild.
number.
Yeah, that is a number.
It's like I get it, and you know why the number is there, but it's like, man, Chicago, dude,
Yeah.
let's tighten this one up, why don't you? There you go. There you go. Second bet of the day. Moretto goes under 6 minus 110 in Buffalo, Chicago. Next game on the board we'll go to here tonight. Boston, Columbus, the Bruins minus 160. Like, there you go. This makes more sense in my mind. Boston minus 160, Columbus plus 132. 6.5 the total on FanDuel right now, plus 108 over minus 132 under. Does this make more sense to you here, Moretto, or am I just kind of looking at the Bruins logo and name and saying, yeah, that's the number?
No, I think this is fair. I'll keep this one super short. I have nothing in this game. Boston, one thing to note, Boston's been more willing to open it up in these types of games, get the offense going against these weaker teams. And Columbus obviously does give up a ton defensively, but like I'm still not dying to fire into Boston overs. And I just don't trust the Jackets offense necessarily enough in these spots either. So lean over, but just didn't bet it and probably won't bet it.
Well, maybe so money bet it.
Oh. And he's on mute. It's okay.
Mike
it's all right. At least we get to see him. That's all that matters.
Gentlemen.
There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, so money.
It has been a morning.
Someone hit the eggnog too hard last night, hey?
No, not at all. It's been we've had storms in Vancouver here, windstorms, and power's been out in the area. It's been tough, but I got everything charged up and we are ready to go.
There you go.
Nice.
So let's get started. What did I miss?
Well, we went through, so far we have the under 6 in Chicago, Buffalo, minus 110. We have the under 5.5 plus 100 in Carolina, New Jersey. And we had no bets in Toronto, Detroit, and no bets in the game that we just finished discussing right as you got on screen in Boston and Columbus. Do you have anything else in those games?
Boston, Columbus, I got the over 6.
There you go.
I just said I lean over, but I just didn't. I didn't bet it. So.
Yeah. I'm on the over 6 there. I'm sure we talked about Moretto's Bruins being back. I do agree with that. I think that they are back, especially they're starting to generate more offensively. Their success does start from the back end, but also I don't think Columbus is the team that's going to that's going to play a defensive game here. So I think that the Bruins, even though they are successful on defense, I think that they'll still be able to generate enough here against Columbus.
Okay, over 6 minus 112, good, so money?
Over 6 minus, yeah, that's good.
Over 6 minus 112 in Boston, Columbus there, courtesy of So Money. That's the third best bet of the night. We'll recap everything before we wrap up. And we will be out of here by 10:55 at the very latest today, because coming up after this, I have more work to do. I mean, realistically, the show is probably going to start at 11:05 because we all know who's on it. But hit the books. Brad Powers, Joey Knish goes live at 11 a.m. Eastern time today. So we will wrap up here and then head on over there. But third best bet of the day, we do lock in. Let's go to next game on the schedule as we continue.
Before we go to the next game, so many. Did you have any thoughts on those two unders, or did you have anything in the Leafs game, or no? Nothing on those other three games.
Nothing on the Leafs game. I do agree with the Carolina under. We can. Um, I haven't bet it. Actually, I can't bet it.
It's getting a bit expensive now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we can't make it a double best bet. That's not. I can't. I can't bet that. But yeah, I nothing on the Toronto game.
Okay. Next, let's go to Minnesota Dallas here. The Wild plus 146, Dallas minus 178, 5.5 total, minus 122 over, plus 100 under right now on FanDuel. So Money, I'll let you kick off since you didn't have the honor of doing so earlier. And Moretto,
My bad.
off the
I meant to open another thing and I clicked stop cam by accident.
So Money, do you have anything in this Wild game?
I don't. So I obviously we like Dallas. We think that Dallas is one of the elite teams in the league. They are, but they're priced as such right now. Um, Minnesota's trying to find their game. Obviously, they've had to deal with injuries. They're just getting Gustafsson back. Um, I'm not there on the under, even though the under took some money, and I do like to play wild unders. So this one I'm going to pass. I will sit it out. I do. If Dallas gets a little bit cheaper, I'm more inclined to come in on that side. Um, but for now, I think I'll be sitting this one out.
Moretto, are you sitting this out?
Yeah, I am. Like the Wild have kind of become pretty predictable over the last month. They're going to handle the teams below them, and they're going to struggle more in these sort of steps up in class. And we just haven't seen them be able to turn in good performance against a team of Dallas's caliber in a while. Obviously, they're going to need Joel Eriksson back. He helps them in a big way. He's so integral to everything they do kind of at both ends of the ice. They are getting healthier, like Zuccarello's back, Gustafsson's back, Rodin's back, but I just haven't seen it from them at all in these types of games. And the Stars, they've maybe been losing a little bit more than we're used to seeing from them, but like their play hasn't dipped at all in that. So they're still sort of the wagon we thought they are. I think everything's kind of fair here. I got nothing.
Okay. Nothing.
Hold on, I just noticed. Hey, Zach, where are you right now?
I'm in the beautiful city of Ottawa, Ontario.
Oh, nice. We love Ottawa.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
There's a lot to do here. There's a lot to do here. And it's
We'll just leave it at that.
Rink's close. Okay, next game. That's Minnesota. Dallas. Next up, we got Nashville and St. Louis. Nashville minus 130, St. Louis plus 108, 5.5 total on FanDuel, minus 110 either side. Moretto, you got anything with the Morettors?
So not right now.
Disowned them this year.
I'm still not sure. Well, honestly, right now I'm really struggling with this Nashville team. I'm struggling with both these teams. Honestly, I'm not sure what to make of either of them. Preds have been way better all of a sudden. Last 6 games are looking a lot more like the team they had kind of pegged themselves to be coming into the season. 4-1-1 in those games. They beat Dallas. They beat the Kings. They beat Carolina. Like those aren't exactly wins that you can just discredit. Like that's a pretty impressive run of games. Have they figured something out? I don't know. Like the market's been backing them all year. Maybe they're finally that team that the market expects them to be. Whereas the Blues went through that new coach bump that wore off. They went back into being the Blues I thought they were going to be. But also the schedule got really hard. So like how much of that was schedule related as well? They got their win under the belt before the break, but that was against a Wings team that was free falling and just needed to finally fire Lalonde, which they did. I feel more confident in who the Blues are than the Preds. The Blues I just think they're not a very good team. They're just a little bit above that like bottom tier of teams. And they're a team that you can at least count on though to give you that effort and get that goaltending every night. Preds, I'm way less sure about. I think their range is just insane as to what this Preds team can be. So yeah, I don't really see myself ever betting on the Preds just because of how high the market is on them. If they are indeed back, I feel like I'm just going to spend all season trying to catch up to them. So I have nothing here. Just going to I need to wait a little bit and kind of feel these two teams out. If the Preds are indeed back though, then maybe this does feel a little bit short, but like, I don't know if they're back.
Yeah, one thing that's kind of interesting with Nashville here is that it seems as though like you're seeing some of the younger guys getting some more opportunities, getting some more minutes. It seems as though as the season goes on, they have kind of internally decided that some of the older guys will not be a part of the club moving forward. And we're going to see some changes from that group as the season goes on, which will be interesting to follow. Because the other thing to it, which is like, it's harder to like quantify just projecting out, but just as like a note is you're going to get some of the younger, hungrier kids coming in. Well, like there's going to be a little bit more intensity kind of joining in because these guys are getting opportunities and fighting for it. But certainly a team that'll be interesting to follow. So, Money, is there anything for you here in this game? Any best bets that you've got?
Yeah, I did play Nashville, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but they they do feel short.
Yeah.
I think that I played them. I did play them. I liked them up to -130. I made them -133. So I think we still have a little bit of room. I think we can do the 130s, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Nashville -130. I'm good. Um, they are playing better. We can. They're playing. They're playing better. They're playing better defensively. Um, Not necessarily generating more on offense, but defensively they're getting there. St. Louis, although they do have, they did win their last game against Detroit. That was against Detroit, so I mean,
Yeah.
like, that doesn't really matter.
Means nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and they played well against Florida, taking them to take in that overtime game, but. I gave Florida a break there. That was after a road trip and before a Tampa Bay back-to-back. So they didn't really take that game seriously in my mind. So even though the Blues have gotten a couple of good results the last two games, I think that Nashville is either back or on their way back. So Nashville is short here, and I did play the Preds.
All right. Preds -130 we add as another best bet here to the show today, courtesy of So Money. That would be 4 best bets here so far. We'll recap everything at the very end, but we'll keep moving for the time being. Next game, Colorado, Utah. The Avalanche -140. The Utah Hockey Club +116. 6.5 the total on FanDuel, +106 over, -130 under. So Money, back to you here on this one. Any thoughts, any bets in Colorado, Utah?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
So I'm waiting a bit, and that's because I would like Colorado to get a little bit more cheaper here. I don't know if we're gonna get there. So the number I want on Colorado is -125. Right? Utah is playing well. They did lose. They have lost their last couple of games, but if you go back a little bit farther, they are playing better, and it starts. And again, with them, as with most teams in this league, it starts on defense, and they are playing better defensively. Colorado, we know that's a team that we do want to bet on. They're getting results and they're playing well. They had a little bit of a leaky game defensively against Seattle, but I think they'll get back to that. They'll get back to it defensively. The 6.5 would have been nice, but
we got a 6.5 still.
Where? Yeah, this was 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So the total here does make sense. Both these teams, I think Colorado, we know that Colorado's success starts defensively, and after a leaky game defensively against Seattle, they will get back to it. They will get back to it defensively. The total 6.5 I had up to -120. Are we able to do that?
Yeah, -117.
Yeah, so I do like that under. So we can go ahead and lock in that under, and we don't have to wait for the Avs because I don't think we're gonna get there.
Okay, Under 6.5 minus 117. So money ads. Moretto, you agree with this one?
Yeah, that's a double best bet because I like this under too. I've talked about abs unders enough now at this point, but I haven't talked about Utah as much. I haven't been betting many Utah games, total or side. Just been trying to wait and see what I make of this team because they have been a little bit hard to peg down. But like somebody said, they have been a lot better defensively, and that's kind of been the catalyst for this little run they've been on. I would expect that to continue here. They're getting the goaltending as well, which is big. Avs obviously getting the goaltending now as well, which is significant here for them. Defensively, Colorado's been really, really good. Their play, they haven't really been able to hit their ceiling lately with what we expected them. They are getting the results, but they haven't necessarily been like dominant or, running teams out of the building like we're maybe used to them doing. And that's because they just aren't generating as much offensively. So again, that all just plays into this sort of under here. I do think that maybe this is just the team that we have to expect Colorado to be, where maybe they don't necessarily have the same amount of firepower up front as we're used to seeing from them just because of roster turnover and whatnot. So the way both these teams are playing defensively and the way Colorado's maybe sort of morphing into this under team where they're not creating as much and they're playing these tighter games. I would expect a bit of a response from them there. And I think Utah on home ice should be able to limit what Colorado does. And I bet this under.
There you go. Double best bet on that one. Under 6.5 minus 117. One game left on the schedule here tonight to go to the Vegas Golden Knights and the San Jose Sharks. Minus 240 for Vegas. The Sharks plus 195. 6.5 the total we see on FanDuel right now. Minus 10 to either side. So money, you're going to be watching this game tonight. We all know that, but are you going to be betting on it?
Yeah, so I'll be watching it and I'll be cheering for nothing to happen. I did bet the under here at 6.5, up to minus 120. I can't see that. Is it at minus 110?
Yeah, minus 110.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so San Jose is an under team, and if they get decent NHL goaltending, they're a significantly under team. So I do like that. Vegas has been generating well offensively the last couple of games, but I think that in this kind of game, both of these teams will be fine playing low event hockey. Concern here is that if for whatever reason San Jose does not get decent goaltending, this can turn into a track meet pretty quickly. So I bet the under. I do think that both teams want to play a certain style, and playing against each other, I think they'll both be fine playing that way.
All right, there you go. That one is added as another best bet for us here today. Moretto, what are your thoughts on that under that we just track? Under 6.5 minus 110, San Jose, Vegas.
So I've obviously bet a lot of San Jose unders up to this point, and I do agree that San Jose is an under team, and I do want to keep betting their unders, but I can't quite do it in this spot. Vegas has been generating so much. It just scares me. Like, I do think that Vegas won't need to generate as much here, and they could just kind of coast through this and win 3-1, get some, decent goaltending from Hill and just sort of get in, get out with a win. That is likely. And I do agree with the look because of that. But like he said, the blow up potential here, I think, is just also so high where the Sharks aren't getting the goaltending, and Vegas also could just come out here and be like, yeah, it's Christmas. Let's get everyone a point. And they will get everyone a point. And they'll score, 8 goals against whoever's in net for San Jose. And that does scare me. So I did stay off of this one. I do agree with the look, but I didn't bet it.
All right. That's it for the games. Here's what we've got for our best bets for today. Chicago, Buffalo, under 6, minus 110. Boston, Columbus, over 6, minus 112. Carolina, New Jersey, under 5.5, plus 100. Nashville, money line, minus 130. Colorado, Utah, under 6.5, minus 117. Vegas, San Jose, under 6.5, minus 110. Before we get out of here, we got to do the no goal and or the yes goal parlay.
Did not hit the no goal one the other night.
No.
Voronkov just kept scoring against the Habs.
Moretto, you're going to have to help me with the
Yes.
or at least pricing these. And then anybody in the chat, you guys fire your goal scores in there, and we'll try to bring those up. I've got a couple that people have sent here already, and I'll see what you guys think. But I'm just going to need some help from you guys. I am limited with screens, so I apologize for that. But let's start here. Not Kevin Finnerty, Marchand anytime goal plus 190. That's the first one. We also have Elias Lindholm plus 300 from Jordan.
We have an over there, so.
Kivi Ranta goal plus 800, and Fantilli goal. These are the 4 that have been sent here in the chat so far.
I like that Lindholm.
Lindholm? Okay, we can add that one in.
So that means we can't do. We had 4 suggestions and 3 of them were in the same game. So we're out on. We're out on Fantilli and who was the other one? Was it Marchand?
Marchand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay. Couple Marchands. Unless
yeah.
we do. Can we SGP this into
SGP? Yeah, we can.
Lindholm
Let's
and
do Marchand then too.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Why not? Okay, there you go. There's 2. It includes an SGP.
We do have a lot
Tage.
of unders tonight. Yeah, I'm fine with Tage. That's fine. We'll do Tage.
Okay. That's 3. Yeah, we do.
Plus 160 on FanDuel. Pretty good number, too.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting. Mikheyev.
Oh, wow.
We can't do 2 goal scorers in a game. We have an under in, though.
Oh God. Yeah, what are we gonna do? Okay, we've got 3 right now. We need like 1 more.
John Tavares. Good price,
Okay.
FanDuel.
Okay. Good with that. No issues. 200. Yeah.
Surprised you have no issues with that.
I mean, he's gonna be playing way more here because Matthew's out. I mean, I don't see Matthews playing tonight at least. So, all right, that's 4. That would put us. This is maybe the lowest we've ever had our anytime goal scorer parlay be. Taking a look at this one right now. 4 legs. Lindholm, Marchand, Tage Thompson, John Tavares. Those are the 4. All right. $10 pays you 794.79. Oh, wait. Celebrini. So money.
I mean, we do have the under, but yeah, I mean the kid special. Let's do it. The kid special.
Okay, fine. We add 1 more
goal,
there.
Right?
There you go. Yeah, 1 more.
3-1 win. We said 3-1 Vegas.
There you go.
Celebrini plus 190. Wow, that number has changed throughout the course of the season. Changes this one. $10 now pays you 2,300. So we went from the lowest odds we've had on an anytime goal right back to about the usual. There's 5 legs in there: Lindholm, Marchand, Thompson, Tavares, and Celebrini. Those are your 5. We are all Celebrini, and this is the one. The picks for today: Chicago Buffalo under 6 minus 110. Boston Columbus over 6 minus 112. Carolina New Jersey under 5.5 plus 100. Nashville moneyline minus 130. Colorado Utah under 6.5 minus 117. And finally Vegas San Jose under 6.5 minus 110. Thank you to everyone who tuned in here, who hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. For those of you who didn't, I don't know why you would do that. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll be back on today's Friday. Monday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, back in the normal time slot for more picks and previews coming up right after this in 14 minutes. Hit the books with Brad Powers and Joey Knish breaking down college football games for this upcoming weekend, giving out best bets, all that kind of stuff. In 14 minutes time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We'll see all of you guys over there. Thank you for watching here today. Enjoy your weekends. Enjoy the games tonight. And try your best to enjoy Hit the Books with Knish and Powers right after this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on Monday. Good luck with your bets.